everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're one of my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing and coming back to watch this video. So today I just have a quick video. I don't think it's going to take me long to talk about this fragrance, but this video is for the September Scent of the Month and also the September Warmer of the Month, even though I did not purchase that warmer. So I don't have that warmer here to show you, but I'll probably show you like some pictures of it and I'll talk about it for just a second in this video, just in case you haven't seen it. So I only subscribed to a Scent of the Month for September, and I have had this for a while. So this is going to be my warm reviews for the Frights and Delights fragrance. So if you're not aware, Scentsy does let consultants subscribe to either Scent of the Month or Scent and Warmer of the Month for each month. And then we also get it a little early. So for example, this scent that I'm going over is the Scent of the Month for September, but it actually did process in August. So August 15th, they charged me for it, and then it processed a couple of days later, and then it got to me sometime in the end of August. So I actually received it early. So honestly, that's one of my favorite perks with Scentsy, is that we're able to subscribe to Scent of the Month or Scent and Warmer of the Month. I really love doing that. I usually always subscribe to at least a Scent of the Month. And the only reason why I didn't subscribe to Warmer of the Month for September is just because, you know, it was a little expensive, and I also had already spent so much money with clearance and flash sales and things like that lately. So I just decided to skip on this warmer, even though I think it's beautiful and it is definitely spooky and appropriate for Halloween. So I'll go ahead and talk about that first. I will probably put some pictures up here. So I'm looking at my laptop here and I'm going to tell you some details, and I will post some pictures up here of the September Warmer of the Month, just in case you haven't seen it. But the September Warmer of the Month is called Forsaken Tower. So it is beautiful. I love the little skulls here. This actually says it's a glow in the dark warmer. Okay, so I don't have it, so I actually have not seen it. I don't know exactly how that works. I have seen some people talking about this on Facebook, and they were saying that it's not quite as green and bright as some pictures make it out to be, like in the dark. But I don't know that. You probably should take it and probably put it under some light, something like that, to really activate that, to be able to get it brighter. But that will have to be something that someone else can tell you about or play around with, just since I don't have the warmer here. So it is, like I said, glows in the dark, and it is like the Tower of Skulls. So sorry, Luna's coming in here to talk about it, but it is an element warmer. So even though the skulls actually do have like some light that comes through them, it is still an element warmer. And unfortunately, I don't know what the wattage is right now. I will look that up for you and I will find out, and I will put it here on the screen. But it's also ceramic, and the regular price for the warmer is $85. But if you purchase it in September, you will be able to get it for the $76.50. So for me, I just thought that was a little expensive, but I think it's gorgeous. The pictures that I have seen of this warmer is so pretty. Like the way people are decorating with this for Halloween, I love it very much. So maybe if this ever hits a clearance section or something like that, I will probably try to grab one. If I miss out on it, it'll be okay. I have plenty of warmers. It's not like I needed an extra one, but I did think this one was really cute for Halloween. That's pretty much it for the warmer. I don't really have more that I can say about it, just because I don't have it here and I don't have any experience with it. But we're going to talk about the fragrance. So the fragrance is called Frights and Delights. And I've had this for quite a while. Like I said, I received this back in August, so I have had a chance to warm it. I've actually warmed it in my bathroom as well as out here in the open concept. So with the Scent of the Month kit, we were given 8 bars of the scent. So I have my 8 bars here, okay? And one of them I have used almost all of it. So this is what it looks like. I think the design is absolutely beautiful. I think these designs are so cute. I'm going to be so sad when they stop making these designs and they go back to like the regular packaging that they're talking about switching to, because I really love looking at like the little designs they create. But I've used most of this bar, and The reason for that is because this is a very light fragrance, in my opinion. Well, I can't say very light, okay? I was really expecting this one to be a lot stronger than it was. And I think part of the problem is that it needs to cure. I really do. I think this bar is going to cure beautifully. That's just my opinion, but I think bakery bars like this that have maple in them, I think it's going to cure just fine. So the description says, spooky caramel woods cloak an exquisite elixir of golden rum and maple syrup. Now, Scentsy put this fragrance in the spice category, and I don't really think this is a spice category bar. I'm sorry. I don't understand why Scentsy does this, okay? It's like they don't want to put it in the bakery category, but this to me leans a little bit more bakery than it does spice, okay? There's not that much spice here. I will put a picture on the screen here that kind of breaks down the top, mid, and base notes for you. I normally show you that on the brochure, but Scentsy doesn't give us the brochures anymore for Scent of the Month. So the top note is golden rum, the mid note is maple syrup, and the base note says caramel woods. So let's just go ahead and smell it together. Yeah, when you smell this, okay, so when I first got this, I was super excited about this fragrance because when we were able to see what the fragrance was before it processed and got to us, I was so excited that this said it was a spice fragrance and that it also said it had, syrup and it had woods and it had all these elements to it that made it look like a beautiful fall bar. But if you notice, they really don't mention any cinnamon. They don't mention anything here, and yet they put it in a spice category. So it's not spice. It's not. There is really no spice here, okay? It's mostly maple syrup and caramel, and you can smell slightly some rum. But I don't think it's like boozy or anything like that. And when I say maple syrup, okay, sometimes when Scentsy does maple syrup in bars, they can be overly sweet, or they can have more of like a sweetness to them. This is not a sweet bar. I think because this bar says caramel woods, maybe that is toning it down somehow. Maybe the rum is toning it down somehow because it's not a sweet bar. I don't smell much cinnamon and I don't smell a whole lot of sweetness. There is slightly some sweetness here, but the maple syrup is definitely more of like a maple type scent, but not overly sweet. So you can smell the caramel and you can smell like the maple syrup, but I still feel like there is something here that's kind of like a woods type note in the background that's keeping this from being overly bakery. So I don't think this is a traditional bakery bar. It's not, because it doesn't have the sweetness here. There's no cake notes or anything like that here. It is a very pretty bar. I really did like it. It's just I had to use more. So I used four cubes out here in the open concept, and normally I use just 3. And then in the bathroom, in that really small bathroom I have back here at my laundry room, I usually shut that door and I usually use 1 cube, 1.5 cubes, something like that. I ended up using 2.5 cubes. So I had to use significantly more than I normally do. And honestly, out here in the open concept, it was still pretty soft. Okay. I probably should have done like 5 cubes out here, and that's just unheard of for me. I don't normally use that much wax out here, but I still think that this is going to be a gorgeous fragrance after it sits for a little bit. I don't know why I think that. I don't know why I feel like that. Maybe it's just because I want to love it so much, but it makes me really mad when Scentsy puts these fragrances in the spice category because they are not spice. It's like, I don't know if it's just that they don't really like spice. I don't know what it is, but for a fragrance to be in the spice category, it should be significantly either cinnamon or clove or something, and I don't smell that here. I'm sorry, I just don't. So I don't know what everybody else is thinking about this bar, because I really tried not to watch any reviews or see anything until I was able to record my warm reviews for this bar. And I was just a little bit disappointed in it, just because I feel like with it having the caramel and the maple syrup, this should be a slightly heavier fragrance. In my opinion, it should be stronger than what it was for me. If you've watched my channel, you know I talk about I'm a little bit more sensitive to scent than I think other people. So if something seems like a softer scent to me, then I feel like it's going to be pretty soft to someone else. But you know, my husband was able to smell this. He didn't think it was strong either, but he was at least able to smell it. To him, it smelled more like caramel. He didn't really smell much of the maple syrup, but that's definitely there. So if you shy away from spices, but you like fragrances that lean a little bit bakery, that have the caramel and the maple syrup, I would suggest giving this one a try. Just know it might need to sit and cure for a little bit, because I feel like that's what needs to happen here. I really do. I have all of these bars and I plan on letting them sit for a little while and maybe revisit this bar in the middle of October or something like that and come back to it and see how it does there, because it was kind of disappointing. If I smell a bar here that hasn't even been cut, so like if I smell this bar that I have cut and you can smell the notes a little bit better, whereas this one has not been cut at all, I can hardly smell anything here. I can't. Now, if you smell from the bottom, you can definitely smell like some more of the caramel and the maple, but it's so light. Was shocked by that, but it's a nice fragrance. So I want to give it some time. I'm not going to completely write this one off yet. Maybe if I do a what I've been warming video later, I can revisit this in October sometime and let you guys know if it performed any better after it's been sitting. So in our Scent of the Month kit, we also get a pod of the Scent of the Month, and I have not smelled this yet. So let's go ahead and smell that and see what it smells like. It is a little stronger in the pods, I think. Like I can smell the scent. There's still nothing here that is spicy to me. There's still nothing here that is spicy. I honestly think I smell a little bit more rum in the pods than I do in the wax bar. And maybe slightly a little bit more maple syrup. But they're still about the same. Now that I'm sitting here smelling it like this, they're still about the same. There's not a whole lot of sweetness, and there's no spice here. And it leans bakery. So it's pretty good if you want to give it a try. Just be aware that it might be a little soft. So with my kit, I also got 72 of the scratch and sniff stickers. They usually just give that with our kit. We used to get the brochures, but they don't send that anymore, unfortunately. So I think that was it. I know that this was a really short video, but there's just not much I can say about this one. There's not much that I smell here. And even though I do think that there is a woodsy type note with this one, slightly like in the background, it's not what I was expecting at all. Okay. It's not what I was expecting at all when I seen this description before I got my hands on these bars, and the fact that they had put it in the spice category. So I feel like that is really misleading when they do that. And it definitely frustrates me. So I'm just hoping that this gets stronger, and because I can't really give you more of a review on this until I can smell it better. So I'm going to revisit this because I really did like this bar. I did like the scents together. I think it was unique. I don't think there's anything else like this one really, because even though it started to lean a little bakery, I feel like this one would be a good bar for some people who don't really like sweet type bakery bars. So I'm just hoping the performance gets better with this one. Please let me know down below if you have this bar, if you were able to try it. What do you think? Maybe I just got a bad batch of bars or something like that. I would love to know if this was a strong fragrance for you, or maybe if you had the same type of issues with performance. Also, let me know if any of you guys smell spice with your bar. Like, do you think it should have been a bakery bar, or do you think that it should have been in the spice category like Scentsy put it? I would love to know. I love having conversations with you guys down in the comments. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope all of you have an absolutely lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.